Sam. I I've just been really struggling with existing recently. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel so lonely. I'm about to start school and I'm excited for my classes. But I don't know. I don't know if it'll bring me out of this. I just feel like everything just feels like nothing right now. Like it doesn't even exist. I'm almost done with this huge part of my life and I just feel nothing. I just don't know where I'm going.
Yeah, I felt similarly throughout my early 20s. It just felt like going from one thing to another. I attempted to commit suicide around your age, so if anyone is familiar with confronting the nothingness of our existence, it's me. But things will begin to fall into place. New things emerge around you. I feel like I've really figured myself out, but it's constantly changing, of course. You are so much more put together than I was. You haven't taken 7 years to get your bachelor's like I did. I believe in you.
Thanks. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's just I live in this tiny box and it's like a prison, and the outside, the world, it's just so scary right now. It's hard to confront it. It's hard to confront my own life and what I'm doing or where I'm going. I feel paralyzed by my choices or just choosing. I don't know. I'm in this tiny box and I just feel nothing. Everything just feels like nothing.
Listen, you'll be okay. The world is fucked. It's been fucked for a long time, but that doesn't negate your meaning, your existence. It provides the basis for your meaning.
I'm trying to recreate a phone call that I had with my brother in August of 2021. It was right before I was coming back from a leave of absence in the spring semester. The last fall, I got super depressed and I couldn't work. I didn't know how to work. And so I took a leave of absence. And I wanted to like get a job and, just try to do something else because I couldn't work. So I started dog walking, and I tried to meet new people and make friends, but I was hoping that going out of school I would stop feeling this nothingness, but I didn't. I continued to feel that nothingness. And I was worried that if I came back to school, it would just continue.
Hey Sam, sorry I missed you. I just wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to like sort of decompress about Passover. Uh, I don't know if you heard, but I went to New Bedford to visit Myra. We had Passover at our aunt's house, and the Jersey Bessons came, of course. And the Seder, it went really well actually. We had it early in the day because Myra deteriorates a lot, like in the evening. So it was a midday Seder. And we also it was also we didn't do the full Seder. We the Rachel found this like thing online where it was like a 10-minute Seder. So we just rest through the Dayanus and got straight through it. But I don't know. Myra, she seemed like really, really good uh that day. I was worried about how she would be. I was worried if she would like remember me or anything, but no, she just she was so excited to see me. I don't think she knew I was coming, and even if she did, she still wouldn't know because she would forget. Um, but it was really good. The only strange thing that happened that day was I was talking about Murray's Bagels at some point, which is a bagel shop in the city. And Myra was like, "Oh, I know Murray's Bagels. I remember going there." Uh, and I looked it up, and uh, it didn't come into being until 1996. So it wouldn't have really made sense because she was going to NYU in like the 50s or something. So or not the 50s, I guess the 40s. Man, she's so old. Uh, but uh, so she must have just been replacing it with some other Jewish bakery. Um, but the second day, after the Seder, I went to go see her at the memory care facility, and that was a lot harder. Uh, she uh, Amy drove me there, and I was meeting Robert, Leo, and Dina. Um, uh, and so I got signed in. It was There were like multiple different buildings, and there was like a little like awning place, and there was some nice grass. So it looked quite nice. It did. Um, but when I got into like her building, I don't know. It felt really sad. There was like this old timey music playing, and there were people outside like or not like in the main living area like listening to it. Uh, and I don't know. It just gave me this sense of death. Um, then I walked over to her room because Amy told me which one it was, and there she was. And we didn't stay for very long. It was maybe 20 minutes or something. And her room was nice, but she just kept on asking the same questions. She kept on asking like, why was she there? How I was getting home, and just kept on saying, "Oh, it was so wonderful to see you all," uh, and uh, but she kept on asking why she was there, and Robert would say, "Oh, well, you're an old lady, and you need help to be able to live," and she was just like, "Well, is there some like inadequacy with me?" And by like the fourth time she asked me again like how I was getting home. I was taking the train. It just got really hard. Uh, and um, I don't know. It was just really hard, like seeing her that way. Like she doesn't have like a past or like a future. Yeah. And over the past year, I've been sort of mourning her before she's dead, and um, and
I don't know. It's just really hard to see a person like be annihilated. It reminded me of of when our father told us about when he saw his grandma Frida, shortly before she passed away. And I don't know where she was, but she was in this room, and she kept on saying how well behaved the children were within the room and how they were so quiet. Um, and there weren't any children in the room; they were dolls. And Myra isn't that far gone, but it just made me think about how this like process of like dementia just repeats. I don't know. It was hard. So I just wanted to tell you that. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Absolutely, it's found within other people. I mean, hell could be subjective or it could be clinical. So, like, some people go through hell every day. Some people bring hell throughout their lives and how they interact with people. But it's definitely somewhere. It's definitely a place here on Earth for some people and how they carry themselves. But that's my perspective on it. Hell could also be in the afterlife. I don't know. I don't hope to be there.
So I believe that the treachery of the human spirit is something that's created and then passed as like an energy throughout the environment. And so hell is here. Hell is on Earth. It's in war zones. It's in the financial districts. Like, the evil that exists in the world is amongst the human beings, and it's not some ethereal, otherworldly, supernatural occurrence. Like, we are the parasites of the earth. I love humanity. I love human beings, and I love the goodness of us all. But there is a spectrum, right? So with the immense capacity for goodness, there's also this other side of the die, and it's dramatic, but yeah, hell is among us.
I think people can actually connect, and I think we have to, because we're a pack animal. We're social creatures. We're not wolves. We're not tigers. We are pack beings, and that helps us survive. And we each have our own isolated experience, of course, but we have to connect with other people to make the experience worth it, I think.
Like, no, because I don't think hell is real. I think okay, if the question is implying that there's some sort of like inherent evilness to certain people, then sure. But in terms of hell, like being a bad place that's found in us, I mean, I guess maybe you can make that illusion in a way, but no, I don't think so. But do I think like people are inherently good? It's complicated.
I think evil is like very pertinent in other people, but I also think people have the willingness to change and whatnot. But if you don't want to and you want to drive with hell, fuck it. Like, that's great, because I'm gonna end up there too. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time in hell. Let's be real. Oh God, I think hell is found more in like systems and establishments that disadvantage
people more than like individual people. Like myself, I've been able to connect to really good people for the most part. And like this might be because I'm white and privileged, but like I haven't been like felt hell come from other people at this point in my life. And like true evil in that sense. But I like every day I can see like true evil play out like on TV and in the news and in our systems and in politics. So I would say the systems at large and in the establishment more than individuals.
Yes. Every single person has some sort of embodiment of hell. Humans are inherently bad. I am an optimist, but there's a lot of shitty people in this world, and trying to make friends and trying to make actual connections with other people is hell on earth, and it sucks, and I hate being an adult, but here we are, baby. I have no fucking choice.
Well, I mean, it can be if you can't escape from the situation. I mean, I was at dinner today, and there was just like a customer ripping into the host, and the host said, "I'm gonna call the cops on you," and like, and the guy was like, "I'm gonna sue you." It's just like so much, and I couldn't really do anything about it, you know. So I couldn't really escape from the situation. But it's easier to sort of walk away, I guess, if it's in real life, but. I don't know. It really depends. Like if you're like virtual or physical, or you know, there's a lot of factors in it.
I think so. I don't know. I can't claim to know. I want to figure that out as I keep living, because there's so many types of relationships I've never had with other people. But from my experience, as much as I love so many other people, I think so. And that's not bad, but I think that's just how it is. Yeah. I don't know. I think that there's a lot of it's a very blatant. It's a statement with a lot of like, it carries a lot of like negative and intentionally like shocking weight with it. But I wouldn't take it as an indictment of our ability to be social beings. It's just, I think, maybe how it is, but maybe not.
Hey.
Hey, I booked the plane ticket for your graduation. I'm so excited for you, and I can't wait to see you finish this part of your life.
Yeah, I'm just trying to finish it all up. It's been hard to get work done this semester. Senioritis, I suppose. I can't believe I decided to take a class about existentialism my last semester of college. Like, it seemed as if it made sense, but, you know, big changes are coming, so why not get a grip on life, but it's only loosened my grip on existence, honestly. Sartre is just so negative, especially when it comes to other people. I've been making a habit of asking everyone I know if they think hell is found in other people. And, you know, I've heard a depressing amount of people agree with that statement. Some people don't, but a lot do.
Well, what do you think?
I think other people introduce the possibility of hell, but they also introduce the possibility of absolute love, even though I've never truly experienced romantic love. I believe in its actuality and its possibility, and I believe it's worth the risk because of the alternative. The being alone I've experienced for so long, and I hate it. It's a given hell. There is no possibility for something else, only prolonged angst. I'm not an existentialist, and I don't think I ever will be. Call that bad faith if you want, but if I do become one day, it'll probably be the day that I stop struggling for happiness, and I don't want that. What do you think? Is hell other people?
Nah. Hell is here on Earth. Hell is terrestrial and non-singular.
Non-singular?
Right. Omnipotent.
Now, this concept that I'm dealing with in this last part, I'm actually sort of misinterpreting on purpose. Sartre doesn't actually, it's not like, oh, are people just inherently bad? Like, that isn't the question. In a quote, he's talking about being misrepresented, and I'm going to read it aloud. Hell as other people has always been misunderstood. It has been thought that what I meant by that was that our relations with other people are always poisoned, that they are invariably hellish relations. What I really mean is something totally different. I mean that if relations with someone else are twisted, then that other person can only be hell. Why? Because when we think about ourselves, when we try to know ourselves, we use the knowledge of us which other people already have. We judge ourselves with the means with which other people have and have given us for judging ourselves. Into whatever I say about myself, someone else's judgment always enters. Into what I feel within myself, someone else's judgment always enters. But that does not all mean that one cannot have relations with other people. It simply brings out the capital importance of all other people for each one of us. So that's what Sartre actually meant. It's much more based on contingency and sort of based on like the other person. So like in the play No Exit, the reason why hell is other people is that all the people within the play are vacuous and they only care about themselves. And so when they are with these other people, of course hell is going to be other people because they all fucking suck. So I guess it's more of a call to action to, you know, I don't know, stop being a bad person.